before the big debate starts on this, I was asked if I'd like to give my opinion. I suppose the first thing I'd want to say is that I do have a rather grumpy old woman fatigue about this. It's just about unbearable that we are still having a rerun of this conversation because of the inability of the Australian business culture to find ways for accepting people on their boards and in their executive and management programs who are, as Simone de Beauvoir would say, of the other, and in today's language, just add to the diversity so that organisations look like the communities they serve.
I vote quotas. Let's make our disapproval of gender leadership imbalance explicit.
My general position on this is you should hire on merit. But sometimes there is the situation where the quota is so far off that you do need to hire on quota just until it stabilises and that you have the right people in the team. So I would say merit, but with a little bit of quota in there. And I'd also add, perhaps we shouldn't be talking about gender diversity here, but diversity more broadly.
We've been talking about targets for 10 years. It's time for quotas.
The appreciation of merit has proven to be consistently intangible and subjective. The only way to truly unlock the value of diversity at top levels is an inclusive leadership mindset. So absolutely I am for quotas. Let's close the jaws of gender. Let's make sure that men and women progress at the same pace throughout the different levels of our corporate world.
I am all for quotas. Merit is too subjective due to unconscious bias.
I've lived through a period of quotas and I've helped set up targets. I think each has its place. I prefer to start with targets because I think an organisation that can have the conversation about developing targets is probably much more open-minded about being able to rehearse those arguments and come to a place where it will be accepted. However, if targets fail, sometimes it's important to allocate spaces for other people. I know I can hear you all say it's about tokenism. Trust me, I've started off as a token, been the only woman in the room, and it doesn't last very long. Before you know what's happened, I'm working with my colleagues and they're getting used to the idea that I have something different to offer, a different frame of mind, different mindset, and different aspirations about some of the things that companies could do. So let's go targets first, quotas second, and do it all on strict timelines, because we don't have time. The rest of the world is passing us.